my friends, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well in this video. It's going to be kind of a quicker full face because it's more minimal products. It's just kind of a simple, clean and easy look. And I was thinking it might be relevant right now for those who are getting back to school time. Maybe a certain amount of time you had in the mornings during summer is not quite the same when you have kids to keep on a schedule in the morning. So this allows me to share a look like that, but also discuss some different product combos that I think are really, really good. So I've already got my skin all prepped with skincare, with sunscreen. I've got my hair slicked back. There are a couple little additions to the look at the end where I was seeing somebody on TikTok and like, this makes you instantly look expensive or whatever. So we're going to try that too. But this is the base product I'm going to use today, and it's my Huda Glowish. It's called Multi-Dew Skin Tint, and I have it in the shade 03 Light. And I've had this for a while, and I do use it on and off. Right now, like in the summertime, I feel like the shade is really good for me, and it is very, very glowy. But I feel like it looks pretty amazing on my skin. And I've got like a great concealer that I'm loving to put on with any kind of glowy base that I've established, and it just really makes everything work. So I just look like disco ball glow right now, but I'm going to blend that in with my e.l.f. double-ended brush, and we just buff it in. It blends in really easily, but yeah, super duper glowy here. You could also blend this in with your fingers, of course, but I just feel like I get a nice evenness with this brush, and then it kind of helps you get around those smaller places and be like, okay, I need to get around the nose a little better. And by the way, I don't believe this product has any SPF in it, so you're going to want to make sure you have that, you know, worked in beforehand as part of your skincare routine. Yeah, the shade Light, I feel like it runs just a little bit deep, but I'm loving having that kind of a product to put on right now. Then this concealer from NARS, like what a rediscovered gem for me lately. I wear it in the shade Light 2.5 Creme Brulee, and it's called Soft Matte Concealer, and it's like the perfect little pot concealer, and it is matte, and it does feel, I've always thought this, ever so slightly a little bit cooling when I put it on. But I'm just getting like thin amounts on my finger, and then I'm dabbing it on my under eye area. And then of course anywhere else where you want a little concealer, a little brightening. Around the nose is great. Brighten up at the chin area. But I've just been finding that a glowy all over base paired with this stuff looks super pretty. And I think there might be some concealers that are so matte and they have a certain amount of dry down that really takes their finish and creates more of a difference, you know, between that concealer and the coverage product that's underneath. But this, it's matte, but it's creamy, really creamy. And it's not just the Huda product that I've worn it with, but really quite a few other like lighter tinted moisturizer kinds of things. And the end result is just always so good, and the staying power is really good as well. So of these two, while I like these two together, I feel like this is the most essential thing. This is the kind of the variable where we could keep changing to different ones. But I get that all blended in, and I feel like I am smooth and brightened in the areas that I want to be matte and perfected, but I'm still kind of glowy everywhere else. Then I've been playing with this guy a lot. This is the new Laura Mercier Ultra Blur Powder. It's kind of hard for me to say in the mornings, Ultra Blur, but it's just like a new take on her translucent setting powder. And I do really like it. I kind of feel like it's Kosas Cloud Set in a loose form almost. Like I feel like it's doing what that does. I pick it up with this under eye bullet brush from Morphe, and we're just going to dab and set that under eye concealer, because even though we're trying to be quick and easy and low fuss with the overall look, we do want it to last. So I hit my whole T-zone with this stuff. And then I go back and I kind of feel what I've done. I'm like, okay, it feels smooth. And I look up close and I can't see any visible trace of anything powdery. The finish of my skin, like, it doesn't look like powder ever set foot on the skin. The only thing that's changing is that I look maybe a little more matte, a little more perfected in these areas where I'm putting it on, but can't see the powder at all. So I'm kind of loving this, but I feel like I need to pretty soon bounce back to regular Laura Mercier and see like what are the notable differences. I think this might be even more fine, I guess. But I've now got that applied to the under eye and T-zone, and I'm loving this like level of glow that we're at. Then we want a little contour. We want that little bronziness on the perimeter of the face. Grabbing out my Wet n Wild contour stick in Where's Walnut. I've been playing with the new NARS cream bronzer that I got in PR, and I'm kind of going back from that to this and back again. And I do really like that one from NARS, but I don't feel like it's so different or so essential, especially when there's stuff like this. Like, it blends so easily, and it's such a good tone. But it's nothing new on the market, you know, you might have to look a little bit for it. Some people say they find these little chubby sticks a little bit easier than others, but Amazon's always a place to check. Last I saw it was on Ulta's website. Certain retailers carry them in person, but it's just quick, easy. You could build it if you wanted to. I might build it a little bit on the forehead area. But as far as that powder goes, you guys know I love my Wet n Wild translucent powder, still do. I feel like I might be getting away with using a little less of the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur, and it might be seeming just slightly less detectable than the Wet n Wild, but I'm still kind of in this mode of comparing, you know. I have to use one, I have to observe the wear, I have to go back, try the other one, kind of remind myself what that was doing. But there we are with that Where's Walnut beautifully blended in without a trace, you know, just really perfect blend. And that's not me patting myself on the back, that's me saying this is easy to blend in. And then another quick, easy stick that's going to be our cheek and our lip, and this is from Neutrogena, the Hydrating Multi-Use Stick. The shade is Temptation. It's a really nice kind of like berry color. And we just swipe this on. Oh, I got an eyelash. So swipe that on the cheeks. Also do the lips. It feels just like a nice lip balm. And you can jazz that up a little bit with a lip liner or a gloss or something. But I think that color is actually super pretty. And what I also want to note is that these cream steps that I've been doing, you could also be sticking with this e.l.f. Duo brush as well. Like, I have additional brushes, so I'm using them, but this would have tackled everything, you know, the contour, this blush, the concealer and foundation like I showed. Look at this, like, natural sun-kissed loveliness. So most of the routine is done now. Like, we're almost complete. I wanted to do something on the brows that was kind of like one step, so I'm pulling out my e.l.f. Wow Brow. I wear it in deep brown. I do love this product, but I feel like I don't have much left in this one, but we're just gonna try. It's really good. I like how the texture of it kind of grabs what brow hairs you have and makes them look like a little thickened up and darkened up. But again, with the no real trace of identifiable product, you know? It's kind of sneaky. Yeah, that looks good. I'm probably getting in there a little bit more and pressing a little harder than I might normally with this product because I am about out, but it is such a great texture. The eye is going to be so simple. I am going to prime it because I still think, even if I'm doing like a cream, sorry, there's a hair stuck to my glow. Even if I'm doing like a one shadow cream look, I still think I somehow benefit from a little primer. Man, I'm gonna have to bust into my second one I bought. Well, it's almost gone. Do you remember when we went through an entire, like, several months using Almost Gone Milani eyeshadow primer because it just keeps coming out? So lightly, just a tiny bit all over the lids. And then this product that I've been using on and off lately is the e.l.f. No Budge eyeshadow. It's a new product from e.l.f. The texture is really good. It's very thin, and this is just a nice, like, taupey shade that I think anyone could wear. It's the color called Sand Dune, and you will be tempted to like almost swirl your finger in this. This is not a Maybelline color tattoo, okay? Just like gently dab your finger in and you will have like a lot of product. And then I just use my finger to get it on there. And the other day I did blend out with a little synthetic, you know, Real Techniques brush that I had that they no longer make, but I blend it up through the crease and just a teensy bit higher. It's so light, but yet it does look very finished on the face. You know what I'm saying? Finish wise, it's like a subtle satin finish. I kind of wanted to prove to myself today that it could all be done without a brush, and it will set to a long wearing state. And it's already like setting on my fingers now. So I'm a little torn between whether I prefer this so much over just a shadow stick. Shadow sticks, I feel like you can practically, you know, layer those up on your lids and then kind of barely touch them depending on the shade and you're sort of done. However, this is a really nice texture and good staying power, and I like the tone so much. I'm going to do a little bit of black liner. I'm using my Essence Lash Princess Black Waterproof Eyeliner just because I think this helps the overall like look of thickness of the lash line. Even though I love just a mascaraed eye, a thin bit of this liner just makes this look a little more complete. Some days I would definitely skip it though, especially if I were in a legit hurry. I hear kitty cats thundering. Who knew cats that small could create that much noise? It's like when I first wake up in the morning, they're nowhere to be found, but somewhere during the time that I'm upstairs, they're waking up wondering, where's my wet food? Then for lashes, we kind of went from low maintenance to high maintenance for a step because I am using a lash primer. You wouldn't have to do this, but I am loving this CoverGirl Lash Blast Amplify, which was a suggestion from that video where I was like, tell me your underrated drugstore picks. This has been so good with so many different things. It's also really good, really thickening with the Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen. So both CoverGirl products, really good combo. So I'm getting some of that primer on. And it's not like it takes me that much longer to just whip on a little primer, right? And then I just give that a second to, you know, get a little more dry. I might actually add just a tinge more powder because, you know, things get a chance to sit and kind of work into each other on your face during this time. And I just feel like right up in this zone, I want to repowder. And this is kind of where I repowder anyway. I like this stuff as a finishing powder. That's another reason why it reminds me so much of Kosas Cloud Set, is because both do so well. It's like the last step on top. Yeah, mornings are about to get a little more full, you know? And it's not that like the kids don't eat breakfast now or they don't get dressed. They do all the things, but just having to do them on a little bit tighter timeline, that'll be the thing. So I already really liked the Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen from CoverGirl, but gang, here it is on top of that primer, and it's like I'm seeing even more thickness. It's not like clumping them together, it's just more quick length and thickness. So I feel like the eyes are actually looking really good for as simple as everything is. Last thing I might do is just dab on, you know, a little bit more of this color, which is this pretty like kind of rosy peach, and it feels so good. I wouldn't call this no makeup makeup, but I would call it a little faster, less fussy routine than maybe what I might normally do. Then I'm told if you throw on some gold hoops, you slick back the hair, and you pop on your big sunglasses, you look so expensive. I don't know if that's so true, but I just like the makeup look, okay? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, key takeaways would be this concealer is really great, and it can blend with basically any finish of foundation you want to work it in with. If that's matte, you know, it's still a great combo, but on top of something glowy, that's where it's even more remarkable because it maintains its flawlessness and its matteness, but yet it really works alongside something more glowy surprisingly well. I love that, and I've been really liking this powder too. The little eye combo is good, a couple of easy sticks for face, simple but fun look. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.